Hello, welcome to today's talk on valuable values and principles. Right? I like to say that. So this one comes from Dr. Henry Cloud, and I made this a year ago on September 29th, 2020. Signed off by yours truly. Growth is not only about getting healthy, but about learning ways of living as well. So the first thing that really popped in my head was epigenetics, which I'm pretty sure is like a pseudoscience or whatever, a real science. It has something to do with, I don't know, like triggers on your, I think they're called alleles or something being switched on. So, or switched off. So for instance, getting healthy habits. And I'm talking about health and all healthy habits in all areas of life. When you're growing, you will grow into those habits and those patterns and just that state of health. But when you learn a way of living, it becomes who you are as a life. As like living is like the verb form of life. So your way of life, which is like you're like there's no other person right now on planet Earth or in existence who is saying what I'm saying right now in my life. This is my way of life. So when I learn ways of living well, and this is one thing I do to keep well. Well, that just was a punny. When I learn ways of being healthy, I don't want to say I lock in the growth. However, but it's also growth. It's what he's saying is growth is about learning ways of living. Growth is about getting healthy. And I believe that maybe he's saying sometimes we fall into this pitfall of thinking that getting healthy doesn't have anything to do with the way I live. Like for instance, you're an alcoholic. You got healthy because you weren't drinking alcohol at the moment. Your way of living, though, would be to not succumb to so-called alcoholism, which I'm not an alcoholic, so I can't describe it to you as far as people who drink too much, because again, like there's like every person who drinks alcohol does so to get drunk. There is no like alcohol is not like a health item. I mean, but it's not by design. It's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is, I believe, to just enjoy yourself with friends. It makes you a little bit more buoyant. Sometimes it makes you able to open up with your emotions, more stiff. I mean, like less stiff, quote unquote, like less, really like less choicey with your words and more instinctual or radical or carefree with your words. And so like in this example though, having an we'll just say unhealthy or a sick relationship with alcohol would be if it is sick in other areas of your life, in the sense of, does it destroy your body, which is where you put alcohol. Does it destroy your relationships, which is who you should drink alcohol with, including your relationship with yourself? So learning a way of living might be to say, or it could be to say, I know when I'm drinking too much because these are the results I usually get. And if I don't know what the results that I'm getting, I'm already drinking too much. See? That's a way of living. Like if you don't know, then you're not learning anything. So growth is not only about getting healthy, but about learning ways of living as well. And then I think about that like learning how to be an adult. Like me as a man, I'm 24 years old. Nobody knows how to be something they're not before they are. How like do you hear that? Like I know how to be what I am, what I'm not before I am. It's like no, you don't. That doesn't you don't even hear yourself. So when I'm learning, I'm always learning ways of living at this point in time, or this age, or this future age. So me being a healthy 24-year-old might look like, I don't know, it could be all kinds of things. I'm an adult, so me as a 24-year-old has the same I can't compare myself, but I can do the things that people double my age can do. Physically, responsibility wise, I have the capacity to, because I'm an adult. So learning a way of living would say like, what is a healthy adult for me? That's important. Like for me and myself and I, my ego, my super ego, as Nietzsche puts it, or I think like the Japanese, they say we have three faces. So the three faces, or I like to say, well, no, I like to say me, myself, and I. So yeah, like what's the best relationship with me, myself, and I? Finding the healthiest way to have those three interact, like they form a triangle. The strongest shape in nature. So, and then learning that, and learning it as time continues. So, getting healthy, growth is not only about getting healthy, but about learning ways of living as well. Like for instance, at this moment in my life, I don't need to name instances, but it's probably because I really do get what this means. Like when you don't know something, you try like naming an instance would be like, let me give it an example because I'm trying to step it down. But maybe I'm learning that I just don't understand how to explain this as well as I believe I do. So like, and I'm growing in that capacity because growth, sometimes, there's pain in growth. So pain and removing the pain. So growth is not only about getting healthy, but about learning ways of living as well. So get healthy and learn how to live healthy. Healthy and well are interchangeable. So, and I believe when you grow into those ways of learning, they stick with you. Because if you learn the lesson, you won't turn away from it. And in this case, I will give an example. If you've learned how to walk, you won't turn away from walking. Like there is no way to turn away from walking. Like once you know how to walk, that is You can walk. Like, boop. You won't turn away from it. So, because you just like how else are you gonna do it? Like, it's not even like how else. It's just like when you learn English, you express it. When you learn a lesson, you express it. When you learn to live well, you express it. And you've grown into that learning. So now you're expressing that growth. And it's your way of life. Growth is not only about getting healthy, but about learning ways of living as well. Farewell.